Millions of people across the UK always ask the same question every single year. Where should I save my money? In a cash ISA or a stocks and shares ISA? One option feels very safe, whereas the other option feels like a goddamn roller coaster. But in 2026, with the economy shifting and potentially doing well, which one is actually better for you, depending on your goals, your circumstances, your situation, etc. So I am going to break down exactly which option might be better for you. Hi, my name's Ishan. I'm 21 years old. I've got over 6 figures invested into the stock market, and I absolutely love making finance a lot simpler for you. You're not taught about it in schools. You're not taught about it from your parents. Nobody is transparent about the money that they make. And that's exactly why I want to share everything with you. So before you invest in a cash ISA or a stocks and shares ISA, you need to first understand what an ISA actually is. So an ISA is essentially a tax-free wrapper. And inside of this wrapper, you will not be taxed on any interest you make, any capital gains you make, or any dividends that you make. The government cannot tax you on any of the growth within the ISA. Now, in 2026/2027, the total allowance that you have is £20,000 per year, meaning you can contribute up to £20,000 per year into your ISA. Now, you can split this £20,000 across various ISAs, whether it's the cash ISA or the stocks and shares ISA or the lifetime ISA. But obviously you can't do £20,000 in each ISA. Also on that note, in 2026, the cash ISA limit has actually dropped from £20,000 to £12,000. So you can only put £12,000 in a given tax year into the cash ISA. And that's basically because the UK wants more people to invest into the UK stock market. So essentially they want more people to put money into their stocks and shares. So anyway, let's go through the pros and the cons, and we'll start with the cash ISA. So I'd probably describe the cash ISA as the financial equivalent of a warm blanket. You put your money in, you get a fixed or variable interest on the money, and your balance will never ever ever go down. So if you put £10,000 in there, you will always have £10,000 in that account or more. The cash ISA is also very liquid, meaning if you put £10,000 in, you can take that out whenever you want. And number 3, the cash ISA is FSCS protected, meaning if the provider does go bust, you are protected up to a certain limit. Now, there's one key con with investing into a cash ISA, and it is inflation, the big fat word inflation. Even if your cash ISA is paying a decent 4% per year, if inflation is at 3.5% per year, your gain is actually tiny. And if inflation is higher than your interest rate, then you're actually at a loss. So technically, you're actually still getting poorer if your balance is going up. So now let's compare this with the stocks and shares ISA. The stocks and shares ISA is for long distance runners, those who will not touch the money in, let's say, 5 to 10 years time. So especially for young people, this is a great choice. Now, the pros of a stocks and shares ISA. Number 1, you can invest in various ETFs and stocks, meaning you can essentially invest into funds that track the whole world. So this means over a 10-year period, the stock market has historically outperformed cash. So we're talking about annual returns of about 7 to 10%. And if you compare that to the 2 to 4% that you get in a cash ISA, it's a big difference. The second huge pro is compounding. So essentially you are paid out dividends, and those dividends can be reinvested into the stocks and shares. Reinvesting dividends is basically how people become ISA millionaires. Now, there are 2 main cons when investing using a stocks and shares ISA. Number 1, volatility. Your account will go red, and you're going to be losing money, you're going to be gaining money, but you have to be okay with seeing your money going down, because if the market crashes, then you are in trouble. But remember, you're only really in trouble if you sell at a loss, and my advice is always hold for the long term. The second problem with stocks and shares ISAs are there are sometimes fees, and normally these fees are hidden within the spread or within, the currency conversion, but you are going to be paying a fee. And even if a platform says, 0% commission, 0% fee, 0% blah, 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 they are making a fee, obviously. Let's do the maths. Let's say you put £20,000 into a cash ISA. The value after 10 years will be £29,000 and 600p, assuming you have the average return rate of 4%. Now, if you put £20,000 in a stocks and shares ISA with a 7% annual return, you are left with £39,300, and the difference is £9,700. So if you look at these numbers, by choosing the safe option, you are losing out on £9,000. But there is a 5-year rule. If you need the money in the next 5 years, I would go for the cash ISA. If you don't, then go for the stocks and shares ISA. Now, you could be asking, why can't you do both? Why can't I put £12,000 in the cash ISA and £8,000 in a stocks and shares ISA? Well, the thing is you can, and a lot of people use their cash ISA to basically build an emergency fund. And once they've got their emergency fund built, then they start investing into the stocks and shares ISA. So it's a great way to keep your money safe. And at least you have the liquidity in case of an emergency. So let's talk about the verdict. If you are somebody that needs the cash on a short-term basis, always go with the cash ISA. If you're a long-term investor and you don't mind having dips and, volatility, then I'd go with the stocks and shares ISA. I personally maximize my stocks and shares ISA every single year. I put £20,000 into this ISA. I don't use the cash ISA, and I can make another video on that. But I just personally believe that the returns I get from my stocks and shares ISA are way, way, way bigger than the cash ISA. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video and found it useful. It would mean a lot if you guys could subscribe. But yeah, happy investing. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.